My name is Dr. Joy DeGrew, and I am a partner with BPI, and I have been engaged with the work of BPI for a number of years. But more importantly, I think that the model that I've written that is currently being utilized is in alignment. And it's in alignment because this is an organization that recognizes that you have to look at the whole family. If we're going to be culture specific and we're going to be effective, we have to look at the whole family. The degree to which we understand that is a degree to which we can not only heal, but thrive and change the trajectory of future generations, which is the goal.
Hi, I'm Tamara Mays. I am the program manager for the Together We Can program. Hello, Dr. Joy. Our Together We Can program seeks to stabilize and strengthen families around cultural identity and self-sufficiency. How do these pieces continue the healing from generational trauma?
So much of what I think we believe about how we can be and who we can be has to be from those folks that modeled behavior in front of us. And the way you as you grow your families like they're doing here in BPI and teaching everyone in the family, we then begin to change how we move through the world in future generations. I don't do all the things my parents did. I love them, God bless them. They did the best they could with what they knew. I know more. And some of the things that they taught me, I did not continue on in terms of the education of my children. It was either no longer necessary or had lost its utility because we're living in a different time, different day, a different set of drama, if you will. And I need to equip them with skills that are peculiar to their experience and their environment. And so I think that the way we look at how things are passed along generationally, we can also change the trajectory. We can change that trajectory by healing ourselves and not passing along broken behavior. My daughter didn't experience what I experienced, and my grandchildren will again have a different view of the reality, and we have to be able to see that full continuum.
My name is Linda Bryant Daka, and I'm the manager of the Sacred Roots Doula and Mobile Lactation Services program. Dr. Joy, our Sacred Roots Doula and Mobile Lactation Services program provides services to Black and multi-ethnic families from the prenatal to labor, birth, and postpartum. How does the doula program tie back to generational healing?
What is wonderful about the Be the Healing initiative is that it incorporates our strengths. It incorporates our skills, what we have come to know. And what I love about the doula program is it incorporates the wisdom of generations. It takes with it doesn't take it apart. It includes it, and it becomes a crucial way that we see how we can change and grow. And that is, I think, the connection with past and present and future. The more we gather, some things we discard, some things we keep, and we move forward, increasing the positive trajectory.
My name is Bobby Bridges Jr., and I am the Director of School-Based Programs, otherwise known as Sabona. Sabona is our school-based program. And my question for you, Dr. Joy, is how can we be the healing that our students need in the classroom?
Oh, I love that. It's probably my favorite piece. Because what I know about children and what I know about our children in particular, because again, I taught human development, and African American children of African descent, tend to be developmentally ahead of other children, anywhere from 1 to 3 months starting off. They are moving, rolling over, doing all the developmental stages a little faster. So I'm thinking, if they start off ahead, how do they end up behind? That becomes my question as a social scientist. And what I love about children is, my father used to always say, and my father had a 6th grade education. He said that you have to be able to ask questions. You have to be able to explore in your environment with certain levels of safety, a sense of, autonomy. And what happens from the moment they come out of the womb is this focus on engaging the world, engaging the environment, and learning about the world. And what I love about BPI, the fact that it is family friendly, right? So, I know that in order for us to grow, we have to be able to engage with different people, hence village. Children learn, but they learn from real life, right? And so that's part of what BPI's program is all about, is about, giving children real life, real people, and for them to experience that with all they already intrinsically have, and that is a sense of justice, fairness, and truth.
Hi, my name is Eden Mugeta. I am a community health worker at BPI. I work with families and individuals who have tested positive for COVID and are needing to isolate. Dr. Joy. At BPI, we offer resources to help the African, Black, and African American community and remove barriers to achieving their goals. What sort of healing does this economic and emotional support provide our families?
I think that my feeling is that when people know better, they can do better. And very often those barriers have to do with a lack of awareness or access, or, just really coming into the full understanding of your own personal reality and narrative, right? So I think that when we start looking at the socioeconomic issues within this community historically, there's always a historical connection. There's always a local context. What we have to realize is that, we broaden people's perspectives of what can be, right? And what is achievable, because we tend to look around us, look at the individuals around us and say, okay, this is the extent to which I can engage. Whereas when you open that huge panorama of capacity and ability, people begin to realize that there are things that they can do and do better.
My name is Bahia Overton. I'm the CEO / Executive Director of the Black Parent Initiative here in Portland. We service African, African American, and African American multiracial families. We are very excited to be working with Dr. Joy DeGruy and her work to create healing and to address the multi-generational traumas that have been experienced by these populations of people. Dr. Joy, at BPI, we'd like to eradicate the barriers to success that our parents and caregivers experience. But what's more is we'd like to mobilize them to be a part of that process. How does co-designing with them bring them into the healing process?
Oh, wow, that's such a wonderful notion of how we actually solve a problem. As a social scientist myself, very often folks, researchers in particular, show up in communities, and they show up in communities of color saying, we found this really, great model here, and we're going to now help you solve whatever issues you have by imposing this model. But you've not asked the people what they want, or what they need, or how they even want it to fold out. And I think that, again, is part of that educational piece. It's part of I see you, right? So it's that African tradition that says, I see you. And what that means is that I cannot help you or save you or heal you. You do that. But I most certainly can't even aid in your doing that if I don't hear from you. So it requires that you become a co-contributor in your own healing. And in fact, I am ancillary. I'm on the outside and I'm following your lead.
How do we all continue to be the healing?
So what I always ask people, I believe that everyone has been endowed with talents and faculties, every single one of us. And I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to help you see what was already there and how you can utilize that to move in the direction that your goals are, right? So I think the way we all can be the healing is we all show up in our lane, in our own way, to contribute to the broader spectrum of healing. But if you're a doctor, if you're a singer, if you're a teacher, if you're a mom, if you're a dad, if you're a friend, if you're a computer geek, whatever your lane is, please bring that lane, and we can all collaborate and figure out how each one of us, bringing whatever skill, talent, gift that we have, can aid in the healing of us all.